You're hanging out with your target audience and figure it out and staying ahead of your competition. By you doing that, you will make more money, okay? Trust me, I've done this, I've tested it. I freaking know. Yo, what's up guys? My name is RJ Martinez, and in this video, we're gonna talk about how I hit over 200K in royalties all time with my Merch by Amazon account. All right, welcome back to my channel. So first things first, I sucked at designing. At the very beginning, I outsourced. I'm all about building systems and putting people in place to help me with certain things that I'm not very good at, right? So I can focus on entrepreneur stuff. Throughout the whole journey, right? Like I've done the whole processing of hiring somebody and they're not working out, they're not good, and they're not the right fit for what I'm looking for. I always get this question a lot. So like, how do you hire somebody to help you with your business? And literally it's like a vetting process. You have to figure out who's good, who's not good. You have to talk to people and stuff like that. And that's part of building up a business and putting systems in place, right? And it's something that I love to do. I enjoy doing. It's one of my favorite things, and I love it. I started off with text-based designs with a graphic or just text-based sayings, right? Because simple does sell. Okay, you don't have to be the best designer in the world. You don't have to be the best artist in the world. You don't have to do none of that. And I'm proof of that, right? Also, too, just the reason why I make this type of content is just to help you on the other side of this video that's watching. So this is the fun part about all this, is creating it and then watching it sell. It's freaking amazing. Once you create something, right? Create something just as simple as a funny text-based saying, right? You create something, then you sell, it sells. It's like, it's fun, it's entertaining, right? You have a lot of fun doing it. And then it's a rinse and repeat process after that. And I plan on sharing more tips with you in this video about that. So how long have I been doing it? I've been doing it for about a little bit over 3 years, 3.5 years. And I have a video up here when I first started. So go ahead and check that out. And you guys can see the process and how I did everything. And trial and error, baby, trial and error, and to make it to where I'm at right now. All right, so one of the biggest challenges when it came to doing business and stuff like that was time management, right? That was the biggest challenge, and it still is a challenge a little bit, but I'm perfecting it and getting better at it because I figure that I'm spending a lot of time on certain things that I don't need to spend time on, right? And I can put someone in place to actually help me with that. And it just because I want to focus on being an entrepreneur and doing entrepreneur stuff. And I definitely do hate that word, by the way. I want to focus on growing, right? And being a better individual as myself, right? For my own standard, I want to set that goal for myself because I love a challenge. You know what I mean? I love facing stuff that puts me in like an awkward position where I'm like, dude, all right, I can figure this out, but it just takes time to do it, right? But time management as far as me taking care of my businesses and then creating content, right? Because sometimes I find myself focusing on creating content and then like neglecting like a certain task that needs to be done over here when I should be focusing on that main task because that's what pays for the bills, right? And then create the content, right? Or vice versa. Like once I finish this, then create the content, or finish the content and then go finish that. But then sometimes you get overwhelmed sometimes. You're like, oh dude, like I don't know what to do. So this is part of hitting the 200K royalties. If you're asking like, why are you talking about this in this video? It's part of it, okay? It's part of the game, part of growing, making more money, all that, right? The reason why I create content is to help other people too as well. I do a lot of testing on myself as an individual as I'm creating stuff and seeing what's working because I enjoy creating these type of videos. Once I test it, I will make a piece of content to help others understand what I'm doing and how they can do it and how easy it is for them to do it. And then basically make it more simple for them to understand. One of the biggest things that I've learned so far is the data, right? The data, like let's say you're making sales with your Merch by Amazon account already, right? And you're making sales and you're getting a ton of data, okay? Let's say you're in the dog niche, right? You're in the dog niche and you have an English Bulldog shirt that's selling. That right there is big because it's saying like this shirt that you created, whatever the heck it is an illustration just on the shirt or a funny saying on the shirt. That right there is telling you like, okay, you're making sales with this shirt. Like what would you do next, right? The goal is to dominate that niche. The information is telling you a story. You want to go in and dominate that niche, right? It's telling you, the data is telling you a story. You need to take that information and run away with it and dominate and be the best in that niche. That right there, you will literally make a ton of money and you can rinse and repeat that process. And like next thing you know, you're hanging out like in Facebook groups or threads or whatever forums or whatever the heck you want to call it, right? You're hanging out with your target audience and figure it out and staying ahead of your competition, okay? This is one way to instead of like following that shiny object syndrome where you're following the trends or following what's going on or a new saying that popped up. By you doing that, you will make more money. Okay, trust me. I know. I've done this. I've tested it. I freaking know. All right, guys. So this right here, this tool is called Pretty Merch. There's another tool called the Productor. Oh my God, called the Productor, and that is a really awesome tool as well. But I've used Pretty Merch since the very beginning. As I am coming over here, you see March 16th, and you see I had the account. You know, just making sales here and there, here and there, and then on 2017, I started kind of taking it a little bit more serious. You can see I started making sales, right? And then 2018, it kind of got a little bigger. You can see like with the competition coming in, you can see like my sales are like, and then 2019, you know, you see where I'm going. You guys this is the reason I'm showing this, so you can get an insight of like, you know, you can see how I'm doing and kind of just opening up to you about everything. So, and then you can see like in November, you know, it's kind of messing with pricing and all that fun stuff. And then 2020, you know, I was like, you know what, like, let me focus on this a little bit more and see what I can do and optimize it and get it up there to where I want to get it to. And then boom, June 2020, you can see that I hit over 10,000. So 12,000, right? And I was like, wow, okay, this is big. Like, I need to pay more attention to this, right? And as I go along, and then you can see right here in 2021, you know, 6,000, almost 8,000. And then I'm about to beat that, where I got like 7 days left or 6 days left of this month, right? And so pushing close to 10, hitting over 10,000 this month, hopefully. But it's on track. I'm doing like $300, $400 days. So that's really, really cool. Pretty crazy. This is just awesome, just to show you and kind of see my trial and error and how I suck one month and then I'm good another month. And if you're wondering right here, this is when merch actually, it closed down for the month because of the whole pandemic and all that stuff, what was going on. So it closed and they shut down. Look, I did negative 70 cents. Horrible, right? But it just, I pivoted a little bit. You know, I started working on KDP, and that's a whole nother thing too as well, because I'm running over there and my stats are like, I'm consistently making over $1,000 a month with KDP, and it's real. That's where I want it to be right now. But then I have, you know, bigger goals where I want it to be doing 3 or 4K a month consistently. But right now it's doing really good. That's a whole nother topic, but just want to show you this, guys. You know what I mean? Look at all-time sales, 63,000 products sold, over 200K in royalties. Average royalty, $3.34. Yes, this should be higher. I started listing products as of 2020. Started listing products I focus on standard t-shirts, and I'll talk about that next right now. But at $19.99 to get a $5 royalty, and that's my goal. I want to get a $5 royalty. You know what I mean? Because $5 royalties are, you can see a big difference in the margin and stuff like that. And if I sell over 2,000 products in a month at $5 royalty, you know, that's over 10,000. But you know, I have a ton of products that I listed at a lower price, so I'm still adjusting to the price and getting them up there. And then you have returns and all that stuff. You have to factor all that in, and that's, you know what I mean. So let's head over and see like the best colors and stuff like that. All right, so this is the all-time. This is the analytics all-time. Okay, this is the back end of Pretty Merch again. As you can see, this is a really nice chart too as well. That's cool. I just seen that right there. It's popped up, but you can see total 63,000 sales, and you can see, you know, the royalty here. That's over 200K. That's crazy. And then you can see that, you know, sales over here and the different marketplaces. I'm starting to pick those up. I come down right here, products sold. You can see 90% of is the United States of America, 1%. Average sale per day is 35 sales, average sales. And this is cool. You know, that's really cool. You can see record days. That's crazy. Best day was 83 sales. I'm pretty sure I'm going to beat that this year. Just, you know, focusing in on just with AMS and optimizing everything and focusing on what I'm doing. So record months, this is cool. You can see, which I showed you on that chart previously. Product performance, unique product sold on my account, percentage live. So you can see right here the top products. Okay, product types, standard t-shirts. Okay, I focus on standard t-shirts because it's the number one sell. Like, I'm listening to the data on my account and what's selling, and that's what it's telling me. Okay. So like, why would I focus on anything else, right? But also too, I can see it as like a different product being a different brand, right? Because it's the standard t-shirt design may not look good on a phone case, right? So it may be a different design for a phone case compared to a standard t-shirt. So that's something to think about, right? There's so many different ways you can make money on this platform by focusing on just one product, right? So think about it that way. Like, say like your account personally, that you're looking at my account, I'm doing really good with standard t-shirts, but you sell more pop sockets. the design for a pop socket is going to be different from a design for a standard t-shirt, right? And that'll be a really cool video to kind of create content on too as well. But as you can see, it's like, that's what I'm going to focus on, right? It makes sense for me to do that. But of course, you know, I test some of my best sellers on other products and see if they would sell. And obviously they do sell, right? So that's really cool. Sold 2 throw pillows, whoopee. Now, top fitted types, you can 50% men, 31% women, kids, 16% unisex, 2%. Now the top colors, you're going to see 48% is black, navy, royal blue, dark heather, pink, purple, white. The white right here is actually surprising because I never used to focus on the white color shirt until I started, you know, I was like, you know what, like I can just change this design from all white text base to all black text base just like in seconds. So if it makes sense, do it, right? And I started doing that, and just next thing you know, it's catching up to the other top products. So don't sleep on that white, baby. It's right there. You literally, it's if you do it correctly, it'll be easy. It's easy to do it. Just do it, right? Yeah, and you're gonna see like these are like the more of the raglan colors, the different colors, multiple colors on there. As you go down, you're gonna see my top selling design, over 20K in royalties all time. That design, second was 7,000, third 4,000, fourth 4,000, fifth a little bit over 3,500. So yeah, this is really cool. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out my next video up here. Okay, give this video a thumbs up too as well.